So this is the new Supergirl for the James Gunn shitverse, whatever it's called. Millie Alcock. Let's see if we can find an acting reel to see what you could all, because I'm not going to go see this. What could you all be looking forward to?
Breathe a word, or the edge of a word, and I will bring a pointy reckoning that will shudder you.
The hell?
You sold yourself to Lucifer. I'm not sold myself. You say you lie, devil, you lie. She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well. The devil's loose in Salem, Mr. Proctor. We must discover where he's hiding.
Well, a particularly tricky one to be sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the top five my top five favorite picks for Supergirl at the bottom of this list. Well, at the bottom of the barrel are the sort of animated movie Supergirls, imposters, video game characters, and such. So these are the top five, and most people might agree with it or not. Let's see. So here's number five. Helen Slater. This is the better 84 movie, I would say, compared to Wonder Woman 84. You had Supergirl 84. So this is Helen Slater. Amazing. She was the first one. She was the first one in media. I couldn't show you this movie and give comment because I would get my video blocked or my YouTube channel blocked, taken down. But honestly, it was okay. I mean, she really gave a good performance at a time when we had the Bionic Woman, Charlie's Angels, Police Woman. Um, I mean, it was a different time. It was Linda Carter, right? Wonder Woman. Denise Lee Crosby as the first Wonder Woman. It was a very different time. I mean, it was worth a gamble. You had Faye Dunaway as the witch or whatever. I don't know. I have to really watch that whole movie all over again to get that feeling. I mean, there were just a lot of things that needed to be cleaned up. But yeah, this is my number five pick. Number four is Melissa Benoist as Supergirl. Um, I mean, she started out all right. I mean, I like her. I like her as Tila, and I like her in other movies. She's done other stuff. And I like Melissa's backstory of how she survived abuse and is now married to a very handsome dude that's not an abusive guy. So, I mean, I like her as a person. Supergirl kind of comes off, the character on the CW kind of came off as this kind of sad, low self-esteem teenager who just didn't, she just had to believe in herself and believe in the heart of the cards, you know? So it's that typical character. I didn't care for it very much. It wasn't my thing. So, but I mean, she had a little more depth than I would say the Helen Slater Supergirl. So she's at number four. You know, every time I see this, I'm disappointed because that's the ending we could have gotten with her and Michael Keaton at the end. Instead, we got George fucking Clooney and nothing else. George fucking Clooney, and then Barry lost his tooth, and we never saw Ben Affleck in the television set saying, "Barry, you got to get me out of here." You know, we didn't get that. No, no. So Sasha Kaye, you know, I will always defend representation as far as my left. If I have to put on my blue hat, okay, to say make America diverse again or whatever, it's like instead of the red hat, I would say yeah, I embrace diversity. You know, with a Latino playing Luffy in the live action One Piece or Blue Beetle, even though Blue Beetle's got problems. But Sasha Kaye as Supergirl, I really liked it. I like, you know, just there was a little bit of depth. There wasn't a whole lot for her to do though. But I liked her version. I think she's an amazing actress, and the only one that's not blonde and Caucasian. But I liked her part as Supergirl. I think it worked all right. Um, and it's too bad that we're not going to see her again. No multiverse nonsense because that's not what James Gunn wants, and we'll probably not even see Leslie Grace's Batgirl. So what do you know? So number three, but because she didn't have a whole lot to do, but I still like her more than Melissa. Phew. I like this one. This is my number two choice. This is the animated Supergirl, and this is where she wore the T-shirt and skirt. Like she didn't have the more complicated outfit. Um, you know, here she is here. I lost the lever to this action figure. She's supposed to throw a punch, you know, like it stretches her arm out, but that's not going to happen. So, oh well. But she's there, right there. So yeah, this was from the animated series. And she was voiced by Nicole Tom from The Nanny. You know, she was like the daughter, the young daughter in that show, that sitcom. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think somebody else did the voice of Supergirl for the Justice League Unlimited. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. They changed voice actors. It was Kevin Conroy or George Newbern for Superman and Batman. And by the way, I've saw the news about the ending getting spoiled for Kill the Justice League, Suicide Squad. Well, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. The game is dead on arrival. But anyway, Supergirl. Back to Supergirl. Yeah, she's my number two choice. What I liked about this Supergirl was that she was naive and young, but she was really headstrong. She was determined to impress Superman. There was, because, like for Melissa Benoist's character, because there was not enough time to really bond with Superman. So in this one, she had to learn from Kal-El how to be a superhero, but kind of stay in the shadows, which was true of the Silver Age back in the 1960s. So it was very important for her to kind of just learn how to be a superhero. And she went up against Darkseid. So I liked I liked that she was, she was figuring herself out. She was sorting herself out, but Superman was always watching over her. And there was always that kind of sort of good relationship that the voice actors Tim Daly and Nicole Tom built, and that made the characters work. So I like this one more than Melissa Benoist, but there's a number one for Supergirl. Number one is Laura Vandervoort in Smallville as Kara Zor-El. The best, I think, of all of these, because when you look at her, I mean, she's aged gracefully, but when you look at her back then, she had this mysterious face, this mysterious look about her. You couldn't tell what she was, and maybe you couldn't even tell what shade of white. Um, with us minorities, whether we're black or Asian or Mexican, we can never tell what shade of white you guys are, and we don't care. So I think there's an ambiguous whiteness to her, and so she could be from any part of Europe, or she could be from another planet, and I think that's what, as far as the looks go. But she also came off as mysterious and cold, and it took a while to get into the character, or to get the character to be likable. But she had to be this kind of mysterious phantom who saved Lex's life, and he became the focus of Lex Luthor's fascination, sexual, but it also kind of harkens back to Clark Kent when he was trying to figure out his secret. I think there might be a good scene to show. I think I remember this. Let's see if I can find it.
Humans can't move that fast. Who are you?
Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna let you kill one more person.
I haven't killed anyone. At least not yet. But you're starting to tempt me.
Oh, that's right. She can fly, but he can't fly.
You wanna tell me what you're doing on Earth? You can trust me.
Looking for a small boy. I've searched everywhere with no luck.
Wasn't that something? She was looking for Kal-El, but Kal-El is Clark. So that's a really good scene. I mean, it's less is more. It's all about the character development, and then you put on the costumes and all that shit. That's what it's really about. So that Laura may be number one, but my foremost selection for Supergirl would be, it'll probably never happen unless it's a fan film. But I mean, there's a great choice, a best choice. This is Supergirl. There you go. That's Supergirl right there. That's the number one choice. Always, always, always. This is Supergirl to me.